No, drop top. You can't even see him on camera.
Look at this.
Obviously, your suits didn't arrive on time.
I wish you would.
Back then, you could buy a lot of chicken for $5.
And all that sauce.
17's my number. Now you all have the passwords to my computer and everything.
Welcome to Scotiabank Arena. Welcome to Unsportsmanlike Content. Tonight we celebrate greatness. 50 years, a record that may never fall thanks to Daryl Sittler, Toronto Maple Leaf great. Tonight we welcome in some friends as we reminisce about a special night. There's the patch tonight that I'm wearing. 50th anniversary of the 10-point game. Daryl Sittler, number 27, as we welcome you inside Gate 5 with some greats tonight. We are wearing all things Daryl Sittler, including the salad. This is embarrassing. This is the point in my career now where I'm wearing fake hair. So too is Brad May and some very special guests. I'm out of here with this. Mr. Ian Turnbull and Mr. Lanny McDonald. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. How are we doing?
We are doing great. As you could see, Daryl wouldn't have got the 10 points without those first two goals right there.
For sure. Hey, Lanny, I'm so fired up that you guys are here. Ian, when I was a young boy growing up north of the city, I watched you guys. You guys were my heroes, and now I get to stand on this stage with you. What's it like being back in Toronto? I know you guys, and celebrating one of your best friends, Daryl Sittler.
It is so much fun to be able to be a part of it, and to imagine 50 years ago that this record would not be broken. It's absolutely unbelievable.
It is absolutely
Get
phenomenal.
You to lift this thing up. There we go.
There we go.
That's how it
Can
works.
you hear me
Yeah,
now?
now we got you.
It's phenomenal to be here. Again, what Lanny said, 50 years have gone by. I mean, we haven't aged a bit.
No. How about the relationship? As teammates and as brothers in blue, you guys have had a lot of time to reminisce and tell old stories. I guess wonder just about the friendship and the on-ice relationship that you guys have both had with Daryl.
Well, for myself, and especially Ardell and Wendy were best friends, so were Daryl and I. And even when our playing days were over, it was every day talking to him. Now it's twice a week. We don't talk about goals and assists. We talk about kids and grandkids. And it is so much fun to be back here celebrating this great day.
How about for you, Ian?
I remembered actually the night that Daryl scored all those points. I was the driver. We all lived out in Mississauga. And, of course, I was notoriously late for everything. And I got in my car, and I was late, and I was picking up Lanny, picking up Daryl. And I looked at my gas gauge, and lo and behold, no gas. So we had to stop for gas. And, of course, Sit always wanted to be at the games like 3 hours before. I, on the other hand, love to be there 10 minutes before. So anyway, we pull into the gas station. This young kid comes out, and he's awestruck. Here's a whole bunch of us in the car, and he's going, oh. And he goes, Mr. Turnbull, can I check your oil? I said, sure, why not? now Sid is really going now, because we're late, no gas. The kid, and I say, oh, yeah, sure, look under the hood. So the kid goes under there, and he checks the oil, and then he says, well, you need to top it off. But he also checked the radiator fluid, and he poured the oil in the radiator fluid. Oh, no. Yeah. So he said, well,
Remember this, Lanny?
it'll only take a minute. I'll drain it. So all of this is going on, and Sid is getting steamed. Like, he's just going crazy.
He's
hot. Going nuts. So we get going on the road, and he's yelling at me the whole way, all the way down to Gardner. You son, I'm never, ever going to play or ride with you again. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's okay. That's fine. So anyway, we get to the rink, and lo and behold, 6 goals, 4 assists.
Unreal. This is the day.
That was the day that he scored those points.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, and I'm being a little bit of a smart ass, but you got to spend a lot of time with Daryl and Lanny in the afternoon. How much did you spend in the defensive zone with these two offensive players?
Defensive zone?
Defensive zone.
I don't even know what that is.
That was Tiger's job. That was Tiger or Errol's job to go back and get us the puck.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So at any rate, he scores all the points, And after the game, he used to sit beside me, and I came in and I said, you know, Sid, getting there early is overrated, you know.
Love that. I love that.
What do you remember most, Lanny, about that besides, you know, just the obvious outpouring of offense? And I'm sure the rink was, Maple Leaf Gardens was on fire, but maybe take us through your day or your evening when things were going down.
Well, it was absolutely amazing when he got the first 4 points, and then in the second period, now at the end of the second, he's got 7, and guys were on the bench looking back at Red Kelly thinking, get me out there whenever he's on the ice. And people were trying to cheat, jump over the boards. No, it's my turn with Sid. Well, to come away with 3 more goals in the third period was unbelievable. I thought there was a couple of us had 4 points. We were going to get second and third star, we were sure. And then, rightfully so, they gave Daryl first, second, and third star. Loved it.
Hey, I just watched one of the greatest little wrist shots. Looked like Mike Bossy a little bit there too. What a player that right hand shot.
Oh, and look at that slapper by Big Ian.
I love it. Well,
Yeah,
What a guy.
absolutely.
Legend in his own mind.
Now, were you talking to him at this point? Like, I'm always curious. When a pitcher's in the zone, guys are leaving him alone. When a guy is in a zone like that, what's the discussion like? This was a different time. I get it.
I don't think
Are you
we-
having
I
a
don't
dart
think-
in
no.
between periods? Are you cracking a
Well,
beer? Are you
some guys
leaving
did,
him
but-
alone? Like, what's happening in that locker room?
Sitting beside Daryl, and we had that great friendship all the way along. I was giving it to him the whole time. Errol Thompson, the same way. Come on, Sid, you haven't done anything tonight. Like, pick it up a little bit. And I think he already had 8 points at that point. And it was so much fun to be a part of it. And poor Dave Reese has never been the same.
Right.
And I don't think ever played another game in the NHL.
Is it, and it's too obvious of a question, I think we all know the answer, but most records are meant to be broken. Honestly, with the way goaltenders are today, with the way, you know, the game is today, do we see this happening ever again? Does this record fall?
I would say pretty remote chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the game has changed so much from when we played. Everything right now it's more of a chess match. Everything's preordained in on the chalkboard, and the guys are not free flow. They don't sort of react, and we used to call it act and react. And you would not plan anything. You would just react to what was required at the time.
I think if Gretzky didn't break it, Lemieux didn't break it, Crosby hasn't broken it yet, and you look at Connor McDavid, you look at Nathan McKinnon, Ovechkin, if it hasn't been broken yet, I doubt that it'll ever be broken, although records are made to be broken. But I think only twice this year have there been 10 goals scored, and the game has changed.
hey, one of the records that's never been broken from that same point in time is your mustache, Lanny. It's one of the greatest of all time in Major League sports. How has that served you over the last 50 years?
Oh my gosh, I've been offered quite a bit of money.
Tell
a
them the
couple of
story. Tell them the
times,
story how you.
about shaving it off.
Yeah.
And like I would have to go into hiding for 2 years. And Ardell said, we could buy a lot of furniture with that money. I said, that's me. I can't do it and never have. And it'll be there till I die.
Who are you?
That's exactly
Who
it.
are you?
It is a legendary stash.
There is a rare and prestigious award, the Bickle Award, that you received, the J.P. Bickle Award. You scored 5.
I did.
And
yes.
you scored 5 in a game. You received that award.
Yes.
That's a prestigious
It was,
award, and Daryl
prestigious.
got it.
Yeah. And
Maybe if you could shed a little light on that.
Well, I really didn't know. Oh, yeah.
Some footage of it.
I really. Well, that was a nice one.
Enough about Daryl. Let's talk about me.
No, but I hadn't ever seen this footage.
No?
I was in L.A. and it became part of an interview I did.
What were you
And
doing on a breakaway?
Look at this.
Oh,
the head?
little head
Little
fake
juke
What's
there,
happening
Ian.
here? What, from the blue line?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that hair
Off
is-
my pants.
Oh,
planned
yeah.
it all the time.
Oh,
you
you
see
planned
that?
it.
Right
Yep.
off my pants. And then Boria gave me the best pass ever. We planned it. He said, Boria, God bless his soul. We go to the face-off after I had scored 4, and he says, Hawk, go straight down the middle. They dropped the puck at center ice, and I went straight down the middle, which who does that? Defenseman from the blue line? No. He hits me with a perfect pass, and as you can see, I made a decent shot.
Did you say Hawk? And why Hawk? Why the name Hawk?
Well, I'm two things. I was bull out here with the Maple Leafs, and when I got out into LA, it started to change.
You just love hunting.
No, Howie McKinney, okay, great guy, funniest guy in hockey, I think. I got Red Kelly he asked me if I could play left wing. And I said, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, of course I can. I was a rookie, right? So he puts me on left wing, and I went and scored on the first shift. And Howie I had talked to Howie. I said, man, I don't know what to do. I got to play left wing. He says, pick the favorite guy. Who's your favorite left winger? I said, oh, easy, Bobby Hull. Chicago Blackhawks. So after I scored my goal on Jerry Cheevers, I came back to the bench, and Howie's yelling at me, Hawk, Bobby Hawk, way to go.
That's amazing.
And then
What's
it sort
in
of
the
stuck.
nickname?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You won't find that anywhere.
But about
nugget.
the Bickle Award, I just wanted to follow up on
Yes.
that. We got mesmerized by your highlights. But I wanted to sort of see
I
what
know-
that
I know
award
friends, I
meant.
got friends in high places.
That's right.
And low places.
What that award meant to you, and certainly Daryl received it. And
Well, it was
that's a big one.
certainly an honor. I really didn't know much about it. I think when I played Mike Palmater, maybe.
Yep.
And but as a team, I don't think collectively we really knew anything about it. But it's very prestigious. If you look at the guys that have won it, they're.
And the criteria for winning would be what?
Well, as I understand it, it's you've done something sort of remarkable for the organization or while you were with the organization. So I don't know how it all came about.
Outstanding achievement.
Yeah, whatever. It was
Yeah.
like that kind of a thing.
Fantastic.
And Shanahan called me, and I said, "Well, what do you want?" He says, "This is Shanahan." I said, "I know. You're on my phone. It says Shanahan. What do you want?" So
No fun with this guy, eh, Lanny? None.
So he invited me, and anyway, it was an honor, and I was thrilled. So
Fantastic. What was the night like in the building? We talked about Maple Leaf Gardens, and maybe what it was like afterwards to celebrate, knowing what had just taken place.
Well, it was pretty cool. We might like to tease Tiger every once in a while because 11 goals were scored that night. Boston Bruins scored 2 power play and 2 even strength goals. And even though Tiger tells everyone he put Daryl and I in the Hall of Fame, Daryl reminds him all the time he was -2 that night, which seems like
hard to do.
impossible.
That's hard to do.
Unbelievable, but
I'm
we
sorry
love
for
that
laughing,
guy.
Tiger. I'm sorry for laughing.
He'll get me back.
Oh, yeah. So what will tonight be like for you guys to take part with your dear friend and former teammate? What will tonight look like for you guys?
Oh, just, walk down memory lane. I mean, it's 50 years, guys. I mean, it's like, what the hell happened? How did we get here? And we're still here, so we're blessed. But it's a wonderful idea. It's something, again, all of the guys you talked about, perfectly capable of doing that. But because of the way the game is now, I really don't think that they play a style of hockey that would be conducive for that kind of outburst. I don't think you'll ever see it.
You behaving tonight?
I hope I'm wrong.
Are you behaving tonight, Lanny?
No, we're gonna have fun. We're all up in the alumni suite, and I'm sure someone might possibly drop by for a cold one, and we'll be toasting Daryl and the night, and hopefully in 10 years' time we'll do it on number 60.
I love it.
Wow.
I know you guys have a lot of
10
places to go tonight and a lot of people to visit. We can't thank you enough for stopping by. So good to see you guys. And look at this. We got some Leaf faithful behind you. Lanny and Ian Turnbull. Gentlemen, thanks again. And we'll say goodnight for now, but we will see you down the road. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy this evening.
Great to see you as always. Love the hair.
Love it. Right now, we have a chance to chat. What's in a number? The number 27. And I think we're going to hear from the man himself, Daryl Sittler.
Let's talk about the number 27. 50 years ago, number 27 Daryl Sittler set the record for points in an NHL game with 10, a record that still stands today. The previous NHL record was held by Rocket Richard, number 9, and was broken by Daryl, 27, when he got his 9th point of the night with 9:27 on the clock. Having scored 6 goals that night, his first hat trick was recorded with 10:27 on the clock. Sittler, 27, was assisted by George Ferguson, number 10. Daryl's second hat trick was set up by Daryl's best friend Lanny McDonald, number 7. The Leafs totaled 27 points on the score sheet that game, with number 27 getting the 27th. All of this, of course, happened on February 7th. And while we're on dates, Daryl's birthday is September 18th, or if we add those together, and Daryl was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1989. Do you know where we're going with this? And finally, we'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary of this record in January 2026. As for which day, I think you can already guess.
Fantastic. And we should point out, you're sporting 27 in the jersey tonight. Sittler, I've got some gear on here that you can purchase at all these Maple Leaf sporting outlets. So please pick it up at Real Sports. You can grab your Daryl Sittler gear. Fantastic stuff on sale. Okay, we got to pivot here. We're going to talk with Rob Armstrong and Dom Cozzolino. Did I get it right, Dom?
Nailed it. All
right. My Italian's a little bit off. But thank you
Love
both,
it. You're
both
going
for
to the
being
Olympics, man.
Olympic bound with the Paralympic hockey team, the sledge hockey team. So please, as you get ready for Italy, what's the prep like?
Start us off, Bobby.
Yeah, we are in full prep mode right now. We are actually getting together in Oakville in a couple days, I think next Monday, and then we're leaving to Italy on February 20th. They actually overlap with the Olympic Games, so we'll be in a town nearby Milan.
Wow.
Training every day, a couple exhibition games against the Italian team, and then we go into the village on the 6th, so there really is no breaks from here on out.
Unbelievable. Let me talk about, I guess, the passion of the game. Starts for both of you at a very young age, like it does for so many Canadians, and maybe tell us a little bit about your stories.
Yeah, well, I think you touched on it. Like, I grew up in Mississauga, just down the road, and like a lot of Canadian boys and girls, all I wanted to do was play in the NHL. I spent every moment I could out on the driveway shooting pucks, went through a few garage doors.
That's a good-looking kid right there.
That's right.
Great photos.
I captained the Mississauga North Stars to an 11th place finish that year. So, but yeah, I really, all I wanted to do was play hockey for the rest of my life. And when I was 14 years old, entering my CHL draft year, I suffered a spinal cord injury on the ice. I was checked from behind and went through a long recovery process. Doctors told me, I might not walk again. I definitely would never play hockey again. And luckily, I found para ice hockey. And once I found out I'd have the chance to represent my country and compete on the largest stage, I kind of never looked back.
That's unbelievable. How about for you?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a different journey. I'm from a small town north of Toronto. Where hockey was the name, We had one rink and it was freezing cold, and I always wanted to get on skates right away. So one day I was playing a little Timbits hockey, and the next day I was not able to stand up. So me and my family, we went to a lot of different hospitals to try and figure out what was going on, and it wasn't until Sick Kids down here kind of told us that I have a very rare virus infection that has affected my lower spine, and kind of like Cause, it was what's the next journey for me, and like how do I continue being playing sports, and how do I keep being competitive, and that was in para ice hockey. I was able to drive from Erin all the way down to Mississauga, and those weekend trips were always so much fun with my dad and my mom, and I'll cherish those forever.
And going through all that trauma that both of you and separately, being selected to your nation's team to represent Canada in the Olympic Games. Do you remember the moment that you were Paralympic Games? Do you remember the phone call, and how did it work?
Yeah, I mean, for both of us now, this is going back a few years, but I remember just wanting to share the news with my family right away. I mean, this journey that, I think I can speak for myself and Rob and the rest of our teammates, this journey that we're all on is so much more of a reflection than just our character. It's the people behind the scenes, like, my mother, my father, the rest of my family, all the coaches who've impacted me along the way. So for me, that was the first thought, was just, try to connect with as many of those people as possible and say thank you.
It's amazing.
I remember specifically the day we made the team together. It's 10 years ago now, but they did kind of like a World Juniors where they knock on the door and they tell you.
Ooh.
And the coach told me, pack your bags. And I was like, all right, I went and packed my bags. He's like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, that was not funny at all. I was like, actually,
sick joke.
Because last year you did cut me, so like, I don't know why. But ever since then, like this has been our lives. Like, and Cos has hit the nail on the head. It's not just us; it's everyone who's involved, and it's been such a journey.
I just wonder what the game did for you guys when those were some tough days, especially early on, and how the game maybe helped you get through those days and moments where you had a lot of doubt, and what was your purpose, or what was next, or what was going to get you through them. How did the game give you that?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question. I mean, for me, like I said, I grew up with really no plan B. I wanted to play in the NHL. That was all I wanted to do. And so for me, when I had my accident, I really struggled mentally. I felt like I completely lost my identity. And it really wasn't until I found this sport, para ice hockey, where my mentality started to change, And I think at first I was a little bit dismissive to, call myself disabled or play a Paralympic sport. But honestly, once I got in the sled and saw the best players in the world play, like, it's hockey. And not only that, it's so much harder. It's more physical, you have to be so skilled and in such great shape. And so for me, it was, once I got over that initial mental hurdle, it was a seamless transition. And, I'm a hockey player.
Yeah.
And the love of the game for both of you started when, and who was your favorite team? Being local here in Ontario, I would imagine it's the Toronto Maple Leafs. But was it mom and dad? Was it grandma and grandpa? Who ignited this flame?
Yeah, why don't you start, Rob? I'm gonna have a tough one here.
Yeah, I have my dad's side's diehard Leafs fans. We love watching the playoffs together. And then my mom's side, they're French Canadian, so they're Habs. So it was like a fractured household from the start.
Home divided.
I had a Saku Koivu jersey and a Ty Domi jersey. So I kind of went down the middle, I kind of towed the line and kind of cheered for the Sens for a bit, and that's kind of where we are.
Oh, okay. Good having you guys. Dom, you said you got a tough one. Do we need to take a station break here?
Might be on the wrong show for this one.
Oh, dear.
But no, my dad forced me into a Habs jersey at birth, so and I don't think I had much choice in the matter.
No such thing as bad kids, just bad parents. Hey, why don't we pivot and tell us a little bit about what you brought here, because obviously we know what this is, but maybe the tools of the trade and how you guys use them.
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing you'll notice is the size difference, right? I mean, we're a lot lower to the ice. The things that are different too about this and a stand-up hockey stick is the lie, right? The lie has to be a lot less of an angle because we're so much lower to the ice, right? And so
to walk over here and show it, or what?
Sorry.
This way, go.
Oh, but, okay. Yeah, so the other thing we'll notice here is we have picks on the bottom of our stick. And so this is how we propel ourselves around the ice. So we dig these into the ice, hold their stick up here to skate, and then when you're receiving a pass or taking a shot, you're kind of down here, stick handling as well. And one thing we talked about before we got on air is these picks are pretty sharp, and I think it surprises a lot of people. Like, anytime you leave a scrum or you get in a little battle against the board, you're leaving with a couple gash marks from these picks. So.
And our guys just dirty with them?
Hey, that's good Canadian hockey.
Oh, I love it.
I think Mayday's got a home. Let's get him on the team.
I'm so fired up now. I love you. I love you. Hey, I have a serious question. Just looking at it, because it's the first time I was behind you guys. Number 61 and number 19, what's the inspiration to your numbers? For me, I'm thinking Mark Stone, Ottawa fan, and maybe a Joe Sakic or a Steve Yzerman. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed me. I was a huge Joe Sakic fan growing up. And so this was the number I wore through minor hockey. and kind of just stuck with it once I made the national team.
For me, I actually started with 6 because we could only have like vanity numbers between below 30. But you're right about Mark Stone. Like I loved his style of play. I loved his two-way play, and he's still, I mean, he's on the Olympic team. And I picked this number when I thought I was going to be a forward, and they moved me to D. So now I'm like kind of like a Rafael Diaz right now. So I'm like kind of
my.
Yeah, I'm a 61 D man. It's kind of odd, but I love the number. I take pride in it, and that's my inspiration, Mark Stone.
Tell us.
You got the question. You got it.
You can hit it. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just want to touch on it. Elbows up, Canadians. This is a slogan for the last 6 months here in our country. Is it elbows when you play against the Americans, or is it the picks?
It's elbows.
Because you know what?
It's picks. It's shoulders. It's like anything. If you get a piece, you get a piece.
Love it.
Tell us about your team, because I mean, I don't know. I would assume that it's Canada, U.S. for the heavyweights, and maybe that rivalry, and who usually comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, it is the greatest rivalry in sport, whether it's stand-up or in a sled with us. So we're expecting to compete for a gold medal in Milan, and likely we'll be against our neighbors to the south there. So, yeah, I think anytime we get a chance to play the Americans or any of our other rival countries, like it's a game we get up for, and definitely you'll see a few more elbows and picks lands.
There you go.
That. I got to ask, just because I want to know what type of a player you both are. Who's filthy, who's finesse, who brings what? I'd love to know your game.
He won't say it, but he's the finesse guy.
Is he?
He's the finesse
I
guy.
lost $1 million in my head. Wow, I had you as just gritty.
No, I can talk a big game
It's
up
the
here.
mustache.
It's the Lanny sash. It's the Lanny sash.
And you? Are you the dirtbag that's just out there running?
Rob's a bit of an all-around defenseman, I would say. Like, he touched on the fact that he might play some forward. The one thing about our sport is we don't skate backwards, right? So there's a lot of flexibility in terms of what position you can play, right? Because you don't have to be a good backward skater. And so Rob, I think, can play any way you want. He can play that finesse game. Great first pass. He's a great skater and a smart hockey player. So.
Love it. Well, we will be watching for you. Slovakia, March 7th. Things kick off, if I'm not mistaken. Best of luck for the Paralympics in Italy. Enjoy it. Best of luck, and we can't thank you enough for stopping by.
Thank you guys.
An Italian boy going to the homeland.
See you there.
Hey, let's go. Boys, Rob, Dom, thank you.
Thank you so
You can catch the game tonight on TSN and the Fan 590. Of course, we've got Buffalo here taking on the Leafs, and it is Daryl Sittler night, celebrating 50 years of the 10-point night. We are back here. We got a bit of a break here. The team's about to head out on the road, and then the Olympic break. We are back February 28th. We'll see you then, and enjoy the game.